The Indian Air Force is integrating the Israeli Rampage long-range supersonic cruise missile with Russian fighter jets. This is one of the few instances of the pairing of Israeli technology with Russian weapons platform to bolster the capability of the Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force announced the induction of the Rampage long-range supersonic air-to-ground missile at the end of March 2024. The missile will give a major boost to the firepower of the existing fighter fleet of the force. The missile, also known as the high-speed, low-drag Mark II missile in the Israeli Air Force, was reportedly used by the Israeli Air Force in its recent attacks on Iranian targets. The Indian Air Force first integrated the Rampage with its fleet of Russian-origin aircraft, including the Su-30 MKI and MiG-29s. The Indian Navy has also included the missile in its fleet for the MiG-29K naval fighter jets. The standoff weapon is apt for engaging and taking out targets like communication centers or radar stations. The missile's range is more than Spice 2000's used during the Balakot airstrikes in Pakistan in 2019. Hello and welcome to News Affairs. Before we proceed, we request our viewers to subscribe this channel if you have not yet subscribed. Please do not forget to like and share this video. The missiles were procured under the emergency powers given to the armed forces in the aftermath of violent skirmishes with China in 2020. The integration of Rampage with the Su-30 MKIs gives more teeth to the Russian fighter jet, which is now equipped with multiple long-range air-to-ground weapons. It can also fire the over 400-kilometer range BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles. The Indian Air Force is considering producing Rampage in bulk under the Make in India program. Israel is one of the top arms suppliers to the Indian military. Over the years, Indian forces have inducted AWACS surface-to-air missile systems, Spider quick reaction and anti-aircraft missiles, and a wide array of drones and radars to Python and Derby air-to-air missiles, Crystal Maze and Spice 2000 precision-guided munitions. This is not the first instance of Israeli technology bolstering a Russian platform for the Indian Air Force. The Indian Air Force operates 3 Israeli Falcon airborne warning and control systems mounted on Russian Il-76 transport aircraft. These Falcon airborne warning and control systems provide 360-degree radar coverage for a distance of over 400 kilometers. India is the second country after Israel to have Il-76 Falcon airborne warning and control systems. The airborne warning and control systems made their first appearance during the 1973 Yom Kippur War. The Israeli military was on the back foot when the introduction of the new platform turned the tide of the war against the Egyptian forces. Post-war analysis underscored that the AWACS won the war for Israel. Even today, flying radars are an important force multiplier for conducting a full-spectrum, fast-paced air campaign. The Indian Air Force is responsible for the country's air defense. An airborne warning and control system has a vital role in the multi-layered air defense. These specialist aircraft are equipped with radars, sensors and computers which are critical in modern warfare because they can detect and track incoming fighters, cruise missiles and drones much before ground-based radars. The criticality of the system for the Indian Air Force made India sign a tripartite agreement with Israel and Russia in 2004 to mount 3 Falcon radars on Russian Il-76 aircraft. The deal was for $1.5 billion. The Indian Air Force received its first airborne warning and control systems on 25th May 2009. 5 years ago, Indian fighter jets crossed the border with Pakistan for the first time since the 1971 war to bomb the Jaish-e-Mohammed's terror training camps. When the Pakistani Air Force with better electronic warfare jammers retaliated, the Indian Air Force was found wanting on operational data link that restricted Indian Sukhois from communicating with the MiG-29 and the MiG-21s. The Indian Air Force's MiG-21 aviator Wing Commander Abhinandan, who was captured in Pakistan in the aftermath, could not hear the instructions given by the ground controller as he did not have the software-defined radio which obviated the noise clutter. After Operation Swift Retort by the Pakistan Air Force, the Indian Air Force expedited the procurement of BN-80 software-defined radios from Israel and integrated them with its aircraft fleets. The emergency purchase of SDRs was made from Israeli firm Rafale for its Mirage 2000, MiG-29 and Sukhoi 30 fighter jets of the Indian Air Force. The software-defined radios will ensure secure communication not just between fighters in the air, but also between fighters in the air and on the ground, and most importantly between the fighters in the air and airborne warning and control systems. In the face of electronic jamming, communication can shift to another frequency and the mission can go unhindered. Jai Hind.